This video will show you how to create an assignment in Sycamore. First, log on with your username and password and it'll bring you to your school homepage within the system. Go to the left hand corner here where it says My School, click on that, My Classes in the drop down menu, and it'll bring up all your classes. From there, go to the specific class page that you want to create the assignment for, and it'll bring up the new tab with your class right here. From there, go to the left hand side where it says Gradebook, click that and a drop down menu appears. Click on where it says Assignments. It's the first one in the drop down menu. From there, this is going to bring you to the page that will list all of the assignments that you have. We have none right now. So what we want to do when creating a new assignment is go to this right hand side where it says New Assignment, click on that tab, and it's going to bring up our page where we can do some things here to set the assignment correctly. I'm going to make that bigger. Now I could set the due date up here just by clicking in the due date section. I'm going to make it due for August 7th. It is for AP Literature and Composition. I'm going to set the title as Poetry Responses. All you have to do is move the cursor right there and click in it, and you can write anything that you want. On this right hand side, I need to go over a few things. Number one is status. If you click that, there's a drop down menu with three options: current, graded, and future. If I were to pick future, I'd be setting the assignment to be usually far in advance or even a week or so in advance, and it's helpful for me in planning, but the students are not going to see that assignment until I set it to current. So usually what I do is I don't even set assignments as future assignments. I just always go in and set them as current. That way the students can always see, even if it's far ahead of time, what's going to be coming up. But here under the assignment, we're going to change it to current. Possible points is going to be 100. But it is going to be homework. Now, the categories are what you set up in your grading scale when you configured it, which was another video that I did previously. So that's all of the options that I had when I configured mine: tests, quizzes, homework, and classwork. So I want to go ahead and make this a homework assignment. In this big text box here that kind of reminds you of Microsoft Word or Google Docs a little bit, this is where you can actually write instructions. You can make things bold, italic, you can underline things, you could format it however you want, make bullet points. Here I'm just going to simply write, your assignment is due the 7th. Please have it complete. But what you want to do here is just write down simple instructions for them. From there, you have two options. You can add it, or you can add and grade it. Now, add and grade it, if I were to click on that, it would bring me to a page where all my students are populated and I can actually enter their grades and hit update. But if you don't want to grade it immediately, I suggest you just hit the add button. So we're going to go ahead and click the add tab. And right there you see that the page behind me refreshed. This did as well, but now we don't really need this. Now we're going to go ahead and hit the close button on this, or you can hit the X. I'm going to hit the close, and you can see behind me now on this assignment page, it lists the due date, what category it is, and the title of the assignment. So very simply, once again, you just new assignment. We'll add another one. I want this one to be classwork. We are going to pretend like we did this August 6th, and I'll write down poetry practice. But this time, since it was classwork, I'm going to pretend like I graded it right away. What I'm going to do this time is actually hit add and grade and show you what that page looks like. It's going to bring me to all my students, and it can also bring me to the numeric value of what I want. So I can enter in grades for different students. And then in order for it to be accurate, all I would do is hit update. I'm not going to do it right now because then my students will freak out because school didn't even start and they'd be getting some grades. So I'll go ahead and close that. And you'll see that this assignment is still here, the initial one that we created. And you can do that over and over again for numerous different assignments. When you're ready to grade it, you can just hit this tab right here and it'll bring up the page where you can grade it. And when you're done, you would hit update. But I'll go over that in another video. So to recap, in order to set an assignment, you want to go into your class, you want to move over to Gradebook, click on the assignments page, you want to go to the right hand corner, hit new assignment, and then go ahead and create it. Make sure you set it as current if you want your students to see it. Make sure you set the correct due date. and the correct category as well. You don't want everything to be the default category, which is usually going to be your highest graded and highest weighted assignment. Make sure you include a title and then just hit add, or if you're adding it and grading it immediately, hit add and grade. So that's how you create an assignment in Sycamore.